Welcome to Google Sheet tutorial. Today, I'll teach you how I have created my sales pipeline tracker in Google Sheet. So with the help of this sales pipeline tracker, like you can track all your sales completely, for which sales representative you have like assigned the sale, and then also it comes with the dashboard. So where you can see like what is going to be your expected income and everything you will be able to see completely with the help of this sales pipeline tracker. So first I'll show you how the sales pipeline tracker is going to look like. So here is how my sales pipeline tracker will look like. First, I have the setting sheet. So here I have the different sales stages. Then who are going to be my sales representative, like completely listed down over here. Then I have the pre-sale stage. So what are the different stages I have? Then what is going to be the status? So whether they are booked under payment or whether the offer is sent, everything we are having it over. So next I have the input sheet. So in input sheet, I have the sales title. Then who's going to be the contact person, what is going to be the company, and the contact information of that particular person. Then which sales representative is going to like are assigned for this particular like the project. Then I have what is going to be the pre-sale stage, whether the status, what is the opening closing date, the deal value, and at last I also have the expected earnings, what is the actual income, and the sales stage is also given. So here in the input sheet, you can like completely enter all your sales, whatever the prospects you have, everything you can just try to enter here and then track whether you're able to like close the sale or not. Everything you'll be able to completely track it over. So at last I have the dashboard. So here on the dashboard, you can see I have the different graphs. At the top, I have some key pointers, the graphs, and like the sales representative analysis, everything I have over. So I'll teach you from scratch how you can actually create a sales pipeline tracker like this. Let's get started. I opened a new Google Sheet and then named it as sales pipeline. So first I'll have it as settings. So this is going to be a setting sheet. So here, let me try to completely select this and then I'll say merge center. So I'll have the title as settings over here. I'll little bit increase the size of this one and make this bold. Also, I'll fill this with the color. So let's have this as center align. So below this one, I'm going to have different titles. So I'll say sales stage. So what are going to be the sales stages? I'll just try to have over here. Then I'll have the sales representative names over here. So the different sales representative names, I'll have it over here. Then I have the pre-sales stage. So what are going to be the pre-sales stages? I can just try to list out over here. So next, I'll have the status code. So all these are going to be the different titles. So I increase the size, make this bold, and also I'll make it center align. So we can also fill this with different colors. So below this sales stages, I can just try to have what are going to be the different stages. So I'll say prospect. Then I'll have the evaluation stage. Then we'll have the proposal stage. Then we can have the negotiation. Then I'll say closed one, like the sale has been closed and it's a win. And then I can say closed loss. That means we have lost the particular sale. So these can be different stages. Then I can try to list down the complete sales representative. So who are all going to be a sales representative? I can just try to list down over here. So I'll say John. Then we can have Smith. Then Mike. I love Alex and Peter. So these 5 people are going to be our sales representatives. Next, we'll come to the pre-sale stage. So what are going to be the different stages? So let's have the negotiation stage. Then we can have the proposal sent stage. Then we can have the like qualified date stage. Then we can have a demo call. That kind of a stage we can have it. So at last, I have the status. So here I can have what are going to be the different status. So whether they are booked or we can have underpayment. Then I have cancelled, rejected, so in progress, and offer sent. So these can be some of the different stages. So this is about the complete setting sheet over here. So we can, if you want to list down any more sales stages also, you can just try to list down over here and then. So you can just try to have these as a drop down for whatever we are going to have in the input sheet. So next, I'll try to go and add another sheet and let's try to name this as input. I'll try to go here at the top and then let me try to merge these cells. So here I'll say input. I'll increase the size, make this bold and also fill this with the color. And let's make this center line. So in the input sheet over here, we are going to have a table, complete table, like to list down all our projects, who are going to be the sales representative, everything will be trying to list down. So first I'll have let's try to have the titles. So I have the sale title. Next I'll have the contact name. So contact name of the person. Then I can have which company they're going to belong to. Then we can have the contact information, like the email address of the someone or contact information. We can just try to have it. So next, I'll have who is going to be the sales representative. Then I'll have the pre-sale stage. Then I'll have the status for it here. So then I'll have the open date. So the close date, and we can have the deal value, how much is going to be the deal value, then the probability of winning percentage, we can have it over here. Then we can have any notes or remarks, we can just try to have it. So then we'll have the expected earnings. Then we can have the actual income from that particular sale. So last, I'll have the sales stage. So I'll completely select this over here and let's try to make this bold a little bit increase size. So completely, I'll just try to have this as center line and we can also fill this with the color. So let's try to fill this with this color. So we can just try to adjust the columns. So the width of the columns is very small. We can just try to go and adjust these columns over here. So now let's try to fill some details in the input sheet. So let's say project 1. So here I can have the contact name. So who's going to be the contact person? So let's say Sam is going to be the contact person from Meta. So the company is going to be Meta. So the contact information I need to say. So I'll say sam@meta.com. So there's nothing but it's going to be the email address of the particular person. So here we have the sales representative. So for this, we are just trying to go and have a drop down. So I'll select this. I'll go to insert and then I'll have a drop down. So for the drop down, what I'll do is let me try to go and have a range. So I'll just try to go and select from a range. If I go to settings, I have the complete sales representative by. So here I'll completely select this and then I'll give OK. So here now I have a drop down. So you can see I'll get the drop down like this. So I'll just try to completely fill this till here. Okay, so now I have the drop down. So I can just try to go and select whoever is going to be a salesperson. So if I say John, so John is going to be a salesperson. So next I have the pre-sale stage. So then also we have already listed down all the pre-sale stage over here. So for this also we can just try to have a drop down. So I'll go to insert and then I'll create a drop down. So I'll say drop down from a range and let's try to go and select the range. So there's the pre-sale stage. So I'll give OK, done. So here it is. So I have all the pre-sale stage as a drop down. So I'll just try to completely fill it. Next we have the status. So this is also going to be a drop down. So I'll go to insert and then I'll create a drop down. I'll select drop down from a range. I'll go to setting sheet. So here I have the status. So I'll select and then I'll give done. So now I'll get the complete drop down over here. So now I can just try to go and say that it's in a proposal send stage and then the status, let's say it's in the in progress stage, let's say. So the open day, we can have it as 5th September 2025. I'll just say the close date, whenever we're going to close it, we can just say. So the deal value, let's say that the deal value is going to be somewhere around $23,000. So this should be in US dollars. So I'll just format this in US dollars. So the complete column is like in the US dollars. So I'll just format it. Then here, this complete thing is going to be in percentage. So the probability of winning this one, let's say it's like 50-50 percentage. So I'll say 50 percentage over here. So if you want to have any remarks over here, I can send. So let's say I'll say proposal send in email. So I can just have this as a remark over here. So next is what is going to be the expected earnings we can just try to have. So let's say the expected earnings is somewhere going to be $9,000. So all this is also going to be completely in US dollars. So I'll format it. So whatever is the actual income, you can just try to list down. And the sales stage. This is also going to be a drop down. So I'll go and insert a drop down over here. So here I'll say drop down from a range. I'll go and select from the settings. So here I have the sales stage, right? So this is going to be the drop down. I'll select OK and then I'll give done. So see here I'll have it. So similarly, I can just try to completely fill it. Right till here, I'll just try to fill it. Okay, so this is going to be my input sheet. So here I can just say what is going to be, it's in a prospect stage. I can just try to have it. So like this, you can just try to go and add more projects or the sale completely, whatever is going to have, whatever leads we are having. You can just try to completely track everything with the help of this input sheet. So now you can see I have entered some more projects over here. So I have completely entered all the details for those projects over. So like this, you can just try to list down all the projects, whatever you have, and who's going to be the contact information, everything, and who we are going to assign to which sales representative, everything. We can just try to have it over here in this particular complete input data sheet. So next we'll try to go and create the dashboard. So I'll go and create another sheet. So I'll call this as dashboard. And let's try to completely select this. I'll merge and center, make this bold. So here I'll say this as dashboard. So I'll also increase size of this. So we can fill this with the color. And let's try to have this center line this one. So on the dashboard, we'll try to have some key pointers at the top. So I'll just try to merge and center this one. So like this, we just try to have some more key pointers. So I'll just copy this, paste here. So first we can have what is going to be the total number of projects we are having. So I'll say total projects. Then here we'll have the number of sales representatives. Then here we'll have the total sales closed. So we'll have the total sales closed and the total expected income. So what is going to be the total expected income? So I'm just having all this. So I'll completely select this. Let's try to wrap the text and I'll increase the size of this and make it center aligned and also make this bold. So here I can just try to fill this with different colors. So I'll just try to fill all these key pointers with different colors. So also I'll select all this and then let's try to draw borders over here. So here, if I want to get what is going to be a total number of projects, so I can use the count and then get it. So I'll say is equal to, so count A, and then I'll open the brackets. So here I'll go to the input, I'll completely select this, and then I'll close the brackets. So see, I'll get this as 5. So 5 is going to be the total number of projects. Next is going to be total number of sales representative. I'll say is equal to, so count A, I'll open the brackets, I'll go to settings. So here I have all the sales representative names, right? So I'll select the complete range and then I'll give enter. So here I'll get the total sales, 5 representatives I have. So next is going to be total sales closed. So I'll say is equal to count if. So here with the condition we are going to do it. So I'll say count if. So first I'll go and select the range. So here we have the range, right? So I'll completely select this range. I'll give comma, and then the criteria is nothing but I'll say closed one. That is going to be the sales which we have closed. So I'll press enter. You can see I'm getting the answer as 1. So next is going to be the total expected income. So I'll say is equal to sum. I'll go to the input sheet, and here I'll completely select this, and there's going to be the range. So here I have the total expected income. So I'll completely select this. Let's try to increase the size of this. So I'll make this bold, and also I'll make this center line. So these are some of the important key pointers for a sales pipeline tracker. So below this one, we can just try to have some graphs. So whether in which stage we are there, so we can just try to have some graphs. So let's say that here the sales stage is going to be the important thing, right? So I'll try to like select, copy all the sales stages over here. Let's try to find out. I'll just come to the right hand side. So here I'll have. So here I'll find out how many are in prospect stage, how many are in evaluation stage. I just need to count. So here I'll be using the formula. So I'll say count if. I'll open the brackets. So where I want to like search, the range is nothing but the range is going to be here. So I'll completely select this. I'll give comma, and the criteria is nothing but it's going to be prospect. So that's the criteria, right? So prospect is going to be the criteria. I'll select it. I'll close the brackets and then enter. See here, when I do it, you can see that I'm getting 2. That means 2 are in prospect stage. So here, this is also in prospect stage. This one is also in prospect stage. You can see. So now, if I want to flash fill this formula, I'll do the absolute referencing since the range is going to be same. So I'll just do the absolute referencing over here. Now I'll just try to flash fill this formula here. So here you can see like 2 are in prospect, 1 in evaluation, 1 in negotiation, and 1 in closed one stage. So easily we'll be able to get it. So now I'll completely select this, and here I'll go and create a chart for this. So here you can see I'm getting this as a pie chart, right? So this is going to be a pie chart, but we can just try to go and change this chart type to a column chart. So here is my column chart we have. So I'll also have the title for this. So the chart title is nothing but sales by status. So what is going to be status? We have it over here. So we can just have this as center line. So in negotiation stage, how many are there? In prospect stage, how many are there? We'll be easily able to see with the help of this particular graph. So this one, we can also change the color of this one. So I'll just try to fill this color to a theme color like this. So this is the first graph. Next is we'll try to create a graph for according to a sales representative, how many sales representative, how many like projects they have attended. So I'll try to paste all the names. So here I'll say is equal to. So I'll say count if. I'll open the brackets. I'll go and select from the input. I'll try to go and select the complete sales representatives. I'll give comma, and then here I'll say John is going to be the criteria, right? So I'll close the brackets and then enter. So here I'm getting just 2. So I'll do the absolute referencing for this particular formula, and I'll enter. So now when I just try to flash fill, you can see Mike is assigned for 1 project, Alex for 1, Peter for 1, and Smith is 0. So easily we'll be able to get it. So now I'll completely select this, and then I'll go to insert, and then I'll create a chart. So here we can just try to have a pie chart for this one. So here we have the pie chart. So we can also try to add the chart title, like by sales representative wise. So we can just try to have this as the title, sales representative. So how many their contribution is going to be the complete pie chart. So we can also try to change the colors. So let me try to go and change the colors for this. Okay, so here I have the complete sales representative chart over. Next is we have our deal value, right? So how much deal each and every sales representative has closed. So or is trying to deal with. So if I want to like have a graph for that, So what I can do is the same sales representative, I'll just try to have it over here. And then here I'm going to use the sum if formula. So I'll say sum if, I'll open the brackets. So first I need to select the criteria range. So the criteria is nothing but sales representative, comma, and I'll give the criteria is going to be sales representative, the John. Then I'll give comma. So the sum range I need to give it. So I'll go to the input sheet. So here I have the deal value, right? So that's going to be the value. So I'll close the brackets. So here I'm getting for John, it's like $39,500. So what I'll do is I'll just try to go and like do the absolute referencing, since these two ranges are going to be the same, right, for all these things. So I'll just try to do the absolute referencing. So only the criteria will change. So I'll select and I'll just try to flash fill. So here I have. So I'll format this to US dollars. For here you can see this the US dollars. We have the complete table. So each and every salesperson, how much they're able to, like how much potential they have. So we'll be easily able to find out. So I'll completely select this. I'll go to insert and then I'll create a chart. So I'll change this to a bar chart like this. Okay, so here I'll have it. So I'll just try to increase the size of this chart. And also we can little bit change the color of this one. So we can just try to have the title. So title is nothing but the deal value by sales representatives. So we are having, so this is going to be the title. So here you can see each and every salesperson, how much they are able to contribute. We can easily see it. So here is the complete dashboard. So we have some important graphs and the deal value. So automatically when you try to add more into the input sheet, so this dashboard will automatically update and then it will keep on updating, and then all these key pointers, everything will be completely updated. So here is how actually you can create a simple sales pipeline tracker in Google Sheet. So if you wish to use this particular sales pipeline tracker, I have given the link in the description. You can just try to go and download the sales pipeline tracker from there. Also, I have created multiple templates for small businesses like the income expense tracker, profit and loss, CRM tracker, and many more. So if you wish to use these templates, you can visit my website plrdeck.com and then download these templates from there. So the great thing about these templates is that these are available for both Google Sheet and Excel. It also comes with master resale rights and commercial rights, where you can try to edit these templates as per your wish and then share it with as many people you like. I hope you would have liked this video. Please do like and subscribe my channel for more such content. Thanks for watching this tutorial. I'll see you in another Excel or Google Sheet tutorial.